Well, hello everyone. This is Captain B. I say everyone. I think I've got around 7 subscribers, so welcome anyway. This is the first time I've filmed anything on YouTube, I have to say, so bear with me. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because Flight Simulator is a fairly new game, of course, and there is simply no help out there whatsoever. So lots of what I've been learning, I've had to search through forums, and I thought, well, it might be quite useful to show people what I've learned. I will tell you now, I am not an expert at all, so please do share in the comments if you think I've done something not quite right. I won't be following plane checklists. I'll simply be showing you how to get the plane started off the ground, devise a flight plan, understand autopilot, and also understand navigation and air traffic control. So quite a bit in there. I'm going to show you about let's go into the world map then. So I'm going to show you about the Cessna Citation CJ4. I'm going to give you a tour of that aircraft. We'll go out of, so it is useful when you're searching for an airport to have the airport codes, but you can of course search for them as you would any old search on Google. So I'm going to search for Manchester Airport. We are going to fly into Dublin today. Let's do that. Now, what I want to do is I want to select low altitude airways. This will give me a series of waypoints in the sky. What's great about this? I was playing on X-Plane 11 before this came out on virtual reality, which I have to say is absolutely fantastic. I really do hope Microsoft Flight Simulator brings virtual reality to what we're doing here. This is the only way that I've found you can get the actual flight plan into the plane, because the options within the aircraft are quite limited in terms of what you can select, particularly in the flight computer at this moment in time. So I want to show you a cold start, so I'm just going to zoom in to Manchester Airport. If you start on the runway, you will start with engines running. If you start in the parking zone, I want to start here because I want to go from 23L. If you start in the parking zone, you will start cold and dark. It is very simple actually to get the airplane operating. I'll show you that very shortly. So the important thing here is, and I'll do this film in 2 parts. The first part will be start up and take off. The second part will be landing into Dublin. Now, what you must do here is set the runway that you want to land into, and use the instrument landing system 28. You'll see when you've done that, it makes it go purple, and theoretically, if the airplane is able to do it, you can have auto throttle, auto height. So you literally have to just take over with the last 50 feet to spare, which is great. However, as I've been discovering, because again there are no instructions, the Cessna Citation has no auto throttle. I don't even think it follows into the approach, to be honest with you. It does have vertical speed to adjust your height and decrease your height. It has the VS selector, and again I'll show you that very shortly. But I think we are set up. We'll go with real flight live weather today, live traffic, and also some people on multiplayer, which might be quite amusing. People sat on the runway for hours, which I've noticed. So we're going to go with this. Interestingly today, Storm Francis is around, isn't it? So we might be able to see some really terrible weather, which could end up in a disaster. But anyway, let's see how we get on. Right, I'm going to start. Let's close that, and I think we're ready. Let's press fly, and let's see how quickly this takes to load. So, you know, flying wise, I am so impressed with this game. I am so impressed with this game. Graphically, some of the best graphics I've ever seen. It has justified the upgrade on the PC. You can see my settings on the YouTube channel. I'm even thinking about taking flying lessons. I am that hooked to this. It's absolutely fantastic. But I know a lot of people a bit more pro on in the sim circuit than me are picking up things that are not quite right. But of course, lots of these flight simulator games, such as X-Plane 11, which is still getting tweaked and updated right now, and that's been out since 2016, hasn't it? So these things will always need to be patched, and it is such an in-depth and comprehensive simulator. It's unreal. So I have been flying around, looking at my own house, looking at friends' houses, sending them the recordings on YouTube, and yeah, it's been great fun. So we'll just see how fast the upgrade of the PC was. Look how fast this is loading now. It's tremendous progress. There we go. I knew that would work. So you can see that. Listen to, you can hear the wind. Oh, that's horrendous. It also looks a little bit foggy, doesn't it? But the rain is literally destroying itself on the ground. This might be a terrible video. Right, so you can see it did say 451 knots as the maximum cruise speed. Every time I go above, I think it's around 300, I get a warning. Listen to that wind. This could be interesting indeed. Right, so let's go into the cockpit. I don't know what that's doing up there. Never seen that before. I must have clicked something. Right. So well, the first thing we do is we need to switch on our battery, of course. Without that, we have no power. So we switch that on. Let's just get rid of ATC for 1 second. I'll show you that very shortly. And we will switch on our avionics or our navigation. Let's do a reset on that. What I do like to do in the flight computer is to set our GPS reference. I'm just going to set the airport that we run out of today. That is, of course, Manchester. And this here is our GPS position. We just need to copy that down into this point here. I am then going to check that our departure runway is set. We said 23L, so I've selected that now. Not going to bother about the SIDS. I've not found the need to do that on here. And the arrival will be, as I said before, ILS 28, which brings you straight in from the ocean. It's quite straight, so it's quite good to practice on. Again, this is not. I'm not saying this is the hardest flight in the world. I think the weather might make it more interesting. So you see, when I activated that, it turned from yellow into purple. Hopefully you did spot that. Again, I'm not really sure why we're at 950, and I forgot to do this earlier. So again, maybe somebody can help me with this. But why? Oh, maybe I should not fiddle with this at all. Actually, I really don't know what I'm doing here, right? So I'm not going to fiddle with this. I'm just going to leave it at that, right? Let's see what happens when we get into the sky. So I'm just going to check the legs. Now, basically, when you're watching this through, you will see when we take off, we'll be 70 nautical miles away from the next waypoint, which is Mogta, and these are all waypoints that are taking us on the way. This is telling me that I need to be at 13,500 feet. I didn't show you that, but you can configure that from the menu before we went in, so you can set that yourself. You can also request an altitude increase or decrease whilst you are in flight with the air traffic controller. This is a screen that I do usually like to leave it on because it shows me the legs that I'm coming in before approach, and USR is when I usually like to bring the plane down and reduce the speed. The ATC will tell you when to bring the flight down, and then it goes from there essentially. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to put taxi lights on, beacon, nav, strobe, and of course the logo. We don't need landing lights at the moment. And we are going to set with F7 some flaps, and we are going to get our engines ready for startup. Right, okay, I think we are set. As I say, you just have to bear with me a little bit because, like everybody else, I am learning here. I think you can hear the engines now, and we're going to contact. That might have been the flaps actually. What a pilot I am. We're going to contact clearance. I'm going to request IFR clearance.
Manchester clearance delivery, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra IFR to Dublin, ready to copy. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is cleared to Dublin Airport.
Okay.
Take off runway 23 left climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure frequency is 118.775 squawk 1205.
Okay, so ATC want me at 12,000 feet. So I'm going to set the these buttons are a little bit fiddly, by the way. You do sometimes jump up them, particularly when the plane is in flight. So I'm going to set to 12,000 feet. You can see that up here. And oh, I need to. He seems to be coming rather impatient. I better speak to him, haven't I?
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra cleared to Dublin Airport as filed.
Okay, very good.
Takeoff runway 23 left climb.
Not finished.
Maintain 12,000 feet. Departure on 118.775 squawk 1205.
Now the brilliant thing about this is it does all this.
Cessna X-Ray Golf
Wow.
Sierra readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.705 when ready to taxi.
I'm so sorry for interrupting myself and him as well. So the great thing about this is he said there was a squawk in there, which now I can't find. But on X-Plane you used to have to set that squawk manually, but it is all done automatically for you on here, which is easier, but perhaps not as realistic as flying the real thing. Right, what am I going to do now? So I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you autopilot. So I turn the flight director on. I want to turn navigation mode on, so that means the plane will follow this plan. I'm going to turn it on the co-pilot side as well. I do also want to turn, I think that might be it. VNav doesn't work. I will turn vertical speed on when we get into flight. I think that is all we need to do for now, right? So I think we are ready for pushback. So let's go and do that. How much fuel have we got? That's a good point. You know what I have got no idea. Let's have a look. Let's have a look on here. See what 50%. That'll do us. That'll get us to Dublin. So where do we want to go and push back then? Obviously, right. This is going to take some skill. Push back.
Manchester ground Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf
Let's try and do this. Let's go.
Manchester ground Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra. No pushback tug is available to answer your request.
Oh, that's excellent. There is no pushback. Right. What do I do here then? Am I going to have to reverse? I'm going to have to reverse the airplane, aren't I? Right. Okay. Fine. Have it your way.
Manchester ground Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra.
Now we're asking for taxi clearance.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra taxi.
There we go, we've got it.
Of runway 23 left via taxiway cross runway 23 right Alpha. Contact tower on 119.405 when ready.
Okay, so we've got clearance. We're going to acknowledge that clearance.
Taxi to and hold short runway 23 left using taxiway cross runway 23 right Alpha Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
So you'll have seen there we need to cross runway 23R to get to runway 23L. So, well, I've never done this before, so here's a first. I'm going to try and reverse the plane out here. I might cheat a little bit by going in the external view, which I don't usually like to do because it is cheating a little bit, but I am going to do. I don't really want to crash before I've taken off. So we're going to start the right engine first. You can see there we have got that powering up very nicely indeed. We shall also now start engine left. Okay. Now I'm using the Xbox controller. I do need to get proper flight stick and throttle, but actually the control's been really good. All of the buttons are mapped to a function I expect. So RB and LB is flaps, clicking left stick is wheels, right stick does the view, left trigger does and right trigger does the rudders. So yeah, it's worked out all right. But again, I do need to upgrade. So I'm going to remove parking brake, which I've done now. And let's get some reverse thrust. Need a bit more. We're not moving. Really? There we go. We're off. Right. You know what? I've forgotten. I haven't put the have I put the taxi light? Yeah, I think I have. Let's pretend I did that. Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna, like I said, we're just cheating a little bit. I'm just gonna spin round into here, slow the aircraft down a little bit, and okay, right, there we go. Right, let's back into here now. Still got 940, 950 on the altimeter, and I do not know why. I will have to go and have a look at that. So beautiful. I also noticed that wonderful simulator, the wipers do not work yet. I can't wait for that feature. I'm not really sure the justification for not including that, seeing as though the screen is absolutely covered. This will help no end with visibility. Fantastic. Here we go. So may as well go for it now, won't we? Here we go. I mean, the rain does look spectacular, doesn't it? Fantastic stuff. So where are we? There we go. Probably going a bit fast. Slow down a bit. Right, we know we're getting towards runway 23R. No, I'm going far too fast. I'm totally out of control. Okay, let's pretend that didn't happen. Just clean the wheels a bit. Right, over the grass. Should really have looked there. Braking did not work at all there. I don't know why. Oh, there's an aircraft coming in. Look at that. He started quite way back there, didn't he? What's going on there? Anyway, we're on 23L, and of course, before I start to, oh, he was landing, wasn't he? Of course he was. Thank you, ATC, for warning me about that. That was that's all part of the service. Could have died. Never mind. Right, so I think we're on 23L. Now, the best way to line this up, if you look at ET on the dash there, get ET and you're about level. Your wheel will be about level. So I've set a parking brake. I'm just going to check what thrust I'm on. Don't want to have any thrust at this point. And I'm going to contact the tower for clearance. Let's acknowledge that. And I want clearance, please. Thank you very much.
Manchester Tower, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, ready to go runway 23 left IFR to Dublin.
You can see that Iden is 234.
Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra cleared for takeoff runway 23 left.
I want to synchronise the current heading as well. I'm going to acknowledge takeoff clearance. Here we go.
Cleared for takeoff runway 23 left Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Right, let's just have one. What is going on there? Well, look at that. That's some guy having fun there, and he's died, unfortunately. Commiserations to his family. Rest in peace. That's the beauties of playing on. Oh my word! Somebody's coming into land. Right, we're off. No hesitation here. Parking brake off. Here we go. Manchester's certainly got more chaotic than I remember it. Right, here we go. We're looking for a V1 of 120, a V rotate of 130. We can V rotate now. Up we go. Landing gear up. And we are maintaining a positive rate of climb. You can hear the rain, and the wind is rocking. The wind is rocking the plane. It is fantastic the way that it does that, actually. Really good. So I'm going to hand off from the tower to Manchester Centre. We are climbing very, very quickly. We can probably adjust that down a little bit. I think we're climbing a little bit too fast. So let's go for about 10, I think, there. And I am going to kick in now. I'm going to kick in autopilot, and it's going to take over. Here we go. What I need to do, I think I need to now. I don't know what that means. Never mind. I think we're going too fast. Right. Let's slow down a little bit. Let's slow down a little bit because we don't want to stress the aircraft. Now, what you need to do now is select, to get to your altitude, which is 12,000. Is select VS, and you'll see the blue cursor going up on the right hand side. Okay. You see that moving? There we go. So now we are not only going to the correct altitude, you have to watch your speed as well. Remember, there is no auto throttle. We are also following this plan here. This is, remember, this is the second stage of the plan. Let's get rid of you for a minute. You're a bit annoying. Right, there you go. You can see I can see absolutely nothing out of the cockpit, out of the side. Absolutely nothing whatsoever. But then, when you do have the plane all set up and going where you want it to go, we can remove now. Let's have a look. We can remove the taxi light. We can also disengage the starters. Again, I'm not really sure if there's any impact of doing that or not. And we are gradually climbing, lovely. Our speed is not bad, but if you look to the plan, which is now all gobbledygook for some reason. Let me just bear with me a second. Nope, I've got no idea why that's like that. That's not very helpful, is it? Anyway, this is telling you 13,500 feet, and it would normally be saying there 285 knots, and we are about 248, so we can speed up a little bit. But that's better than being too fast or too slow, of course. And well, I think we might be done then. I think this is part one really finished. I mean, we'll go to. You can see here, very noisy out here, isn't it? You can see here there is. We're just in a cloud, aren't we? It'd be lovely to break through that. I have still got flaps down, which I will now bring up and watch. You will watch the speed. I brought them down by accident. Excellent skills there, Captain. Now the flaps are fully up. You will see the speed. Speed rising up. So we are about 70% of engine. Let's see where this takes us. We'll have to drop the engine down when we are. You can see we're approaching too quickly there, so we're going to nudge this down a little bit. And again, you can see, because I watch the values in here of the engines, 88.6. And as I press B to nudge that down on the control, that's bringing the pace down. We are getting into overspeed territory now. If you do get too fast, of course, you can apply the speed brake, which is here, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to adjust the throttle. We are making our turn towards Mogta now. We're alright, so we need to be levelling off soon at 12,000. You see we are overspeeding. So I'm going to bring the engines down. Let's bring it down. There we go. Now again, on speed, you can set a speed marker on here, but it does absolutely nothing. So it's very, very useful. So if you go to this, is that doing anything? Oh, there we go. Look, you got a marker here, right? It does absolutely nothing. I guess it could be useful if you want to use it as a visual reference. We should be at 285, you see here. But that's all it really does. Now you can see the vertical speed indicator is levelling out. We are going to 12,000 feet, and we're looking good, aren't we? All is set. Can't see a damn thing. Terrible weather, of course. Let's tune to Manchester Centre. That's not us, of course.
Manchester Center, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra 12,000 feet. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Manchester Center, continue to have.
Okay, so we're just getting told. We're just getting told to move to the next leg, and that's really it. So that's it. That's it for the first part. I'll record the landing. See you soon.